Today's video we're going to be making a cutting board out of this milled wood that I've gathered around the property. We're going to be milling it down to 1/2 inch. It's to replace the one you're going to see somewhere on the screen right now. Here, as you can see, we started a bit of a line, but I've marked on every end where it's 1/2 inch, that way I don't go too deep. I've also put marks on the sides, that way I know if I'm too high in the middle and lower on the sides. So this is piece number 1, finally done after like an hour and a half, down to 1/2 inch. Finally, after hours of planning, I finally got it down to how thick I want it. This one's a bit thinner than the rest, but it will give me a perfect example of what to follow to keep the thickness for the rest as I'm going with the planer later on once it's all glued together. So now, let's get to gluing it with this homemade clamp that I've made. That should be only enough to fit 2, maybe 3 of them. I guess it's just not enough to fit all 3 of them, so we will go 2 at a time. This is the glue I'm using. Ooh, gotta get back a little bit. So it is wood glue. This one's a little bit old, so hopefully it still does the trick and it's not all dried up. Have this little paint mixer stick here that I just grabbed the glue from the bottom with, because there's not that much left after making another project, so I will need more of it. Now we will just apply some glue. Okay, so now I did glue it all together. It's clamped down with this homemade clamp. I just put this battery on top just because the boards were trying to flip up like this in the middle. So with the battery, it's heavy enough that it just pushes down on the middle here. And hopefully once it's all glued together and done, it comes out flat. If not, well, we'll just have to sand it down as much as possible. And here you can see the ledge where I'll have to plane it down to be the same thickness as the smaller one, that the closest to us here. And yeah, once these are all glued together, I will glue these 2 together and we'll see you guys then. Okay, finally, after 2 days of it drying and being clamped down, I got it all glued together. So I glued these 2 pieces together first, and then these last 2 together after, and then I just glued everything together. And now here I got a little bit of an edge, so I will plane it down so it's all nice and even on top. So I decided to use the grinder to bring it all to the height that it needs to be, the thickness. As you can see here, they're a lot closer than it used to be. The planer didn't really work. It was just leaving lines and not really making it flat. So now I just used the grinder with a sanding disc like this one. Now I will just mark 1.5 inches from the edge on each side and cut it to the length I want it, since I will be putting a border around the whole thing. And I will be taking 3" from this side, as there is a big crack in this piece of wood. Okay, so now I have measured from line to line. Everything's 28 1/4. Now I will just be taking this saw and cutting on the line. I do not have a table saw, so this will have to do, and hopefully I got steady enough hands to keep it nice and straight. Okay, now she's all cut. You can see, nice kind of straight line. There's a little bit of a dip over here, but we can fix that by sanding it down. And now we're just gonna start sanding it all down so it's nice and even all the way across, as right now I still have a high side right here, but you can see this isn't exactly the same thickness as over here either, and I just want to make sure that everything sits nice and flat on the counter. Finally, after sanding it all down, I can finally start making the border around it, which I will use this cedar here. I will cut it to about 1/2 inch, so trim it down to 1/2 inch, and it's going to be about 1.5 inches thick, and that's just going to go all the way around like this. Now let's just make sure this is 1.5 inches. 1.5 inches, perfect. You only need 21 inches for the sides, and then 31 1/4 for the other 2 sides. Okay, so alright, now I got my saw here, well, right here, and I just put this guide at the bottom. It's exactly 1/2 inch from this guide to the blade, so it should fit perfectly towards the line, and it does. Alright, here we have our first piece. You can see it's a bit more red than the wood we were using. And I still have some trimming to do over here. And now I'm just going to cut another piece out of this. It's going to be good for the other side. And then I got to cut 2 that are about 31 1/4 for right here and over there. Okay, now I got both ends. I'm just gonna cut them down to 21 inches. Okay, here you can see that I've cut out a 45, one end. This is the other end. And now we're just missing 2 pieces of 31 1/4. And then we will all glue it together. Okay, so finally, here it is. We have the whole border done. We just have to glue it all together. I got my trusty little clamp here. Alright, now that we have it in the clamp, I'm just test fitting everything, making sure everything fits into place and it looks decent. I just put the battery on there just so it doesn't want to try and twist up, as when I was tightening it up it was trying to go up at that end. So now I will let that dry for a few hours, come back and put the other two ends. Okay, so we glued all the sides together. Then I sanded it down with 80 grit, then 100 grit, then 120, and then I think all the way up to 400 grit. This is what we will be using to put on top. Fast drying polyurethane clear semi-gloss. It will do the whole metal here and the sides, putting them black as it will match our kitchen. So now I'm just gonna put this painter's tape all the way around, just so we don't get the polyurethane onto the edges. And I do have a little bucket of water here, which I cleaned the whole top off with. I just used a damp cloth and just wiped everything down. That way there's no sawdust underneath the clear that's going on top. There, now all the tape is done. Alright, now I'm just gonna vacuum on top in here in the cracks because I can still see a bit of sawdust. I would like to get as much sawdust out of here as possible. That way you don't see it whenever it's all finished. So yeah, once I'm done that, I will be using this little sponge here. Wish I had a bigger one, but that's all I got. And I'll be applying the polyurethane across the whole thing. I will be putting about 3 or 4 coats. I'll probably just make a time lapse of me putting the polyurethane on. After I'm all done, like I said, I will be making the borders black. And I'll see you guys when it's all finished. Okay, so we're back. I've done the whole top. There's about 5 coats of polyurethane and the whole border has been painted black. You can see a little bit here. So now we're just underneath the cutting board. So we'll put this non-slip fabric underneath here just so it doesn't slip on the countertop. So here's the bottom all done. I decided to put some hot glue into the little holes just to try and make it stick even better than just with the wood glue. So, and that's what we ended up with. And this is the top, all done, all finished. All the coats are nice and dry. You can see the reflection in there. And now I'll just include a little video at the end, and I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you like and subscribe, and I hope to see you guys in the next video.